Welcome back to Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. So yeah, when I was turning the game off, I have to press Control V, or at least that's how I have it set up on my keyboard to stop the recording, and I accidentally skipped a little bit of dialogue. But anyway, Makoto's going over the Monokuma file right now. The body was covered in other wounds, but these were at least several days old. Busy just gives a summary of what the body looked like, that it was wearing a mask, that it was charred from the upper half, and that it had a knife stabbed through its stomach. Or maybe it hasn't said that part yet, but basically, you know what the Monokuma file is by now, right? So even the Monokuma file doesn't tell us who the victim actually was. Oh yeah, and it also says it was an unknown person. The unidentified body. Could it really be Kyoko? Oh yeah, everybody thinks Kyoko's dead because who else could it be? Because all the other girls are accounted for except for Kyoko. Or I have no choice. I have to investigate. I have to uncover the truth for myself. No matter what, I have to find out what happened, or we're all dead. I need to go back to the scene of the crime, back to the garden. Monokuma file number 5 has been added to the treat bullet section of your handbook. I just now noticed that it always gives us the option to use it as a bullet, but it's never come into play yet, the Monokuma file. At least I don't think. Maybe it came into play in Sakura's, actually, now that I think about it. Okay, time to get started. I need to check anywhere that may be important from one end to the other. I just need to do what I always do. Yeah. Even by now, the game's like, well, you know what to do. One thing I do want to do, though, before we do that, I want to look through the Monokuma file myself because, like I said, I accidentally skipped. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They'd also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. Huh. The body was covered with other wounds, but these are at least several days old. I've been struck in the head with a metal pipe-like object. Glad I checked that, because I would not have realized that was a thing otherwise. So first things first, let's look at the body. I checked the body more thoroughly. Maybe I'll find out for sure if it's Kyoko or not. Oh yeah, this was something I wanted to look at before, the thing on her hand. There's something weird about the body's fingernails. That's what you're looking at? Oh, these are fake nails. They're really long. Huh, so this person's wearing fake red nails. Seems like they get in the way of normal activity. Fake nails have been added to the treat bullet section of your handbook. There's also something on the back of her right hand. Is this a tattoo? It got burned, so I can't make out the whole thing, but it looks like it's a picture of a dog or something. I've never seen anything like it before. Okay, a tattoo on the right hand. Okay, that's what I wanted to be added. I didn't even realize that anything else would be significant. I guess white jacket the victim was wearing totally got burnt out. There's only one little piece left. Okay. The upper half of the body got set on fire in the explosion, so it's totally blackened. I'm sorry, it feels like that was a pun, but it's probably not. Also, the top half of the body is wet. Huh. Oh, that's from when we doused it. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That's because it got set on fire and I threw the water on it. Makes sense. Since I only threw water on the part that was on fire, the top half, the bottom half is still dry. In other words, there's nothing strange about the top half being wet. There isn't, right? You tell me, Makoto. You're the one questioning it. The lower half of the body didn't get wet at all. As the body blew up, the top half got set on fire, so I dumped a bucket of water on it, which explains why the bottom half isn't wet. Nothing strange about that, right? Why are you questioning that so much? I honestly don't know. And I think I clicked her midsection already, right? Yeah. Yeah, good. Okay. Yeah, I think that's all. Yeah, step away. What is this? These look like fragments of something. They're all burnt, so I can't really be sure, but I feel like I've seen something like it before. Yeah, it looks like a corner of the bomb that they plucked out of Monokuma earlier, doesn't it? But where? I know where. Oh wait, was it there? Yeah, I just said. I have to double check that later. So we have to go back to the gym, I think, is where the dismantled Monokuma is. By the way, if you're wondering how Monokuma's like walking around and everything after being dismantled, it was said that there are multiple Monokuma robots all around the school, so whoever the mastermind is might be using one of the other ones, the spares. The knife laying on the ground. Is this? It must be the knife that was stuck in the body before it exploded. The force of the explosion must have thrown it over here. The Monokuma file said the knife went all the way through the body from front to back. Does that mean this knife is what caused the fatal injury? Either way, this knife, it looks really familiar. Wait, is this? Yes, it is. That's it. It's the knife that person was holding. It's also the one that you were told to hold on to, remember? This is getting really weird. There are just too many strange coincidences. What do you mean? Whoever the person in the mask was that attacked me last night, they were holding that knife. And that same knife was used to stab that same masked attacker we found here. That is a bit strange. Are we having a repeat of Sayaka's trial, where the weapon got transferred to somebody else and they stabbed the victim? I guess it might be possible. So maybe this masked person got stabbed because when they attacked, I was kind of in a trance. Maybe I reacted by grabbing the knife. No. Maybe then, if that was the case, the body would be in your room, Makoto. That doesn't even make any sense. Because how would the person walk from the first floor all the way up to the 5th floor after being stabbed through? And this really is Kyoko. It would mean Kyoko is the one that attacked me. But why the mask? To hide the person's identity? I just don't know. I don't remember anything clearly from last night. No, it can't be. There's no way. Knife at the crime scene. I don't know why the music decided to fade out like everything was dramatic for a second. Check the chicken coop. Remember there's some chickens in the chicken coop. I count 4 chickens. There's one missing. Huh? 4?
Yo!
What's going on, Makoto? Oh, I'm glad you're here. Listen, do you remember how many chickens there were in here? Of course, there were precisely 5. Yeah, right?
Huh?
What's wrong? There's a chicken missing, that's what's wrong. There's only 4 chickens here now, we're 1 short. Huh? Of course he's gonna freak out because he said something about omens or whatever surrounding the 5 chickens. It's so weird, I wonder when it disappeared.
But
I was down here just before nighttime last night and there were definitely 5 chickens then. What are we gonna do? Going from 5 to 4 is gonna have an impact on the structure of the world. And there he goes. It's like a jigsaw puzzle. If even a single piece disappears, the entire world will remain unfinished. That's actually kind of a good analogy, but still. I did my best to ignore Hiro and focus on the problem at hand. I love that because Hiro's the dumb one, everybody just disregards everything he says. Excuse me. Why did one of the chickens disappear? Could it be related to the case? Maybe. Chicken coop chickens. This is the panel that controls the sprinklers. Set to turn on at 7:30 every morning, and Monokuma said the time positively couldn't be changed. Huh. Hold on. So the sprinklers turn on at 7:30 each morning, right? Then, if the body was here before then, the sprinkler should have gotten wet. Oh, I guess if I looked at the sprinkler thing and then went to look at the body, him questioning why it wasn't completely wet would have made sense to me. But yeah, now that you mention it, which would mean the murder must have taken place. Yeah, so now the time of the murder is all mixed up. Let's see. Anything from the tool shed? Just to be sure, I should take a look at the tool shed. Ooh, I see something out of place. This room is dusty and disorganized. In other words, a pretty stereotypical tool shed. Yeah, that's what I noticed. Is this a tarp? Wait, was there a tarp in here before? There was not. Should probably look into that. It could be related to the case. Dirty, too. The top is wet and covered with mud and grime. But the underside is totally clean and completely dry. One side of the tarp is wet and dirty. Something about that bothers me. It bothers me too. That's the one thing in here that concerns me. That's it? Something carved... Okay, I guess it just says the same thing for the pickaxe. Yeah. Pickaxe is connected to Mondo somehow. Yeah, we don't know why. It's definitely intriguing, but now's not the time to worry about it. Okay, I'm gonna leave now. Leave the tool shed, yes. I don't know why I decided to click on this, but I don't know. Is it true? Does it really eat paper, plastic, and people? Anyway, I don't think it's related to the case, so I think I'll just stay away. Probably a good idea. Maybe I should talk to the others. Maybe they found something. They're just standing around waiting for me. Oh, hey! Byakuya actually wants to talk to us. Good timing, Makoto. I wanted to talk to you. What? What do you want to talk about?
So, in other words...
I'd like to hear your alibi. Alibi?
In other
Correct.
words...
I'd love to hear where you were after nighttime began last night. I was sick in bed. Well, I was sick, so I was asleep all night. But why are you asking about that now? What's nighttime got to do with it?
Naturally.
Isn't it obvious this murder took place after nighttime? Now, how can you know that for sure? Because just after nighttime began, I came to the garden. I was going around looking for everyone so I could tell them about Monokuma. Hiro's been spending most of his time in the garden the last few days, so I figured he'd be here. And I can confirm that when I arrived last night, there was no body here. Okay, good to know.
In other
The
words...
murder could only have taken place at some point during nighttime after I left the garden. However, Toko, Hiro, Hina, and I were in the gym together the entire night last night. What? Once I found Hiro in the garden, we immediately went to Toko and Hina's rooms to get them. At that point, we all went to the gym and began dismantling Monokuma, and it took the entire night to do that. As a precaution, we made sure not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. Wow. In other words, all four of us have airtight alibis. The only ones who don't have alibis... Oh, sorry, I'm the one speaking now. Are me and Kyoko. I wasn't paying attention to the nameplate.
That's right.
And if the victim really is Kyoko, that leaves me as the only suspect. Then I'm the only one without an alibi. Also, when we went to get Hino and Toko, we stopped by your room as well.
What?
You never came to the door, so where precisely were you? I told you I was sick in bed, like in a comatose state almost. I'm telling the truth, I was in my room, but I was dead asleep. I had a fever, so it's hardly an alibi. Not this again. I know. So, what now? You seem to be at quite the disadvantage here. I'm the only one without an alibi. That's really bad, isn't it? Yep. Byakuya's account has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. At least he said some useful stuff before just outright accusing us of everything. So, yeah, I don't know if it's pertinent to talk to anybody else here. If it is, when I go to, oh yeah, it'll say that. Okay, cool. So, what haven't I looked at exactly? Oh! I just now noticed. If I press the tab button again, watch the circles that pop up. The ones around Byakuya, Hiro, and Toko. And watch Hino's. Hino's is actually... no, they are pink for people. Never mind. For some reason I thought if somebody has something interesting to say that it changes color. Never mind. My bad. Too many circles on the screen. So, who's that body who belonged to? Whoever it is, I'm not gonna look. I don't want to faint anymore. Okay, so Toko doesn't have anything to say. How about you, Hiro? It's 11 o'clock right now. Thanks. Okay, and?
We're serious.
Well, I was just thinking about when we first found the body. When the body was found, huh? I should look back at what I did this morning to help me remember when that was. Monokuma's announcement woke me up at 7 o'clock as usual, and I headed for the dining hall pretty soon. Once I got there, I met up with Ina. That was right around 7:30. Really, it took you 30 minutes to walk to the dining hall? It doesn't seem like that far to walk, but whatever. Then I headed to the gym where everyone else was waiting. Next, Toko went to go get the pickaxe, and that's when she found the body. What time was it then? It was 9 o'clock because Byakuya. Now then, Toko, what time is it? Well, when you left the gym, it was just before 9 o'clock, so it's probably 9 on the dot now. That's right, it had to have been around 9 o'clock.
You know?
Now that you mention it, I think you're right. So I think we can say for sure that the body was found at 9 a.m. Okay, my job's done. Great contribution, but actually, for real, great contribution. That's a pretty small job. But it gave us some great information when the body was found. You have anything to say? Listen, Makoto. Do you remember how the body looked, before it blew up? If I remember right, it was wearing some kind of mask and a big white coat. There was also a knife sticking out of the stomach, and the area around it was stained with blood. Apparently the wound had stopped bleeding, but the blood on the body was still wet. That's weird, I guess. Byakuya said not to touch it to avoid getting all bloody. But for how much blood there was on the body, I didn't see any on the ground around it.
Okay.
Wow, thanks. That was a big help. Now that you explained it, I totally remember how it looked. Is that all you wanted? Well, having to talk about it like that helped me remember a lot better, too. So thank you, too. Nice. Body before the explosion. Awesome. I think I've checked everything I need to in this area, but I'm not done yet. There are other areas I need to check. Specifically that fragment I found before. There's somewhere I need to go in order to confirm my suspicion. I got it. It's the gym. And I still need to find out more about Kyoko. Sex parts are really Kyoko? If that's true. Is that also Kyoko who attacked me last night? She did appear right afterwards, but even then, that doesn't make any sense. If I can find out more about her, maybe I can answer that question. Kyoko was never the kind of person to talk about herself all that much. Maybe if I can get into her room, I'll be able to find out more. Ah, I see. But the key to her room, Byakuya has it.
It's all clear
I will
now.
simply limit your options. I can't allow you to engage in any further suspicious activity.
What?
Limit my options.
Just give up.
Give me the key to your room. I don't have a choice. I have to see if he'll let me borrow her room key. Oh. This probably won't go well, but whatever. Hey, Byakuya. If you do come up with an alibi, I'd be happy to hear it later at the class trial. Great, but that's not what this is about. Oh, no, it's not about that. You have the key to Kyoko's room, right? I was hoping I could borrow it. I'm afraid I can't take that risk. You're the prime suspect, after all.
What?
Of course, if I were to go with you, that would be a different story. Oh, okay. Then, will you go with me? Sorry, I have my own agenda to take care of. Find me again later, and we'll see.
Goodbye.
On my mood, I may go with you, or I may not. Come back later, huh? Okay, then in the meantime, I should look around somewhere else. Maybe I should check out that one area. Yeah, the gym, finally. Sorry, wrong button. Let's see. So, I need to go to the gym, which is on the first floor. So I'm pretty sure that fragment is from the Monokuma bomb. Monokuma was laying dismantled on the floor, but I figured it wouldn't be here.
You know?
I just found something. What is it? It's
Huh?
what? A bomb. There's one installed in every Monokuma robot, I'm sure. A bomb! Yeah, and that bomb went missing. No doubt about that. The fragment I found in the garden. Fragments near the dead body. Yep. Okay, I've checked everything else I could think of. All that's left now is Kyoko's room. I should head back to the garden and ask Byakuya. Okay. Also, I don't know if you have to be outside of the main area to use the teleport function, but I assume you have to. Let's see. Oh. Hopefully Byakuya will be willing to be cooperative. You think you can go soon, Byakuya?
Let's
You're
go.
going to check out Kyoko's room, right? Very well. Let's go. Oh, wait for me! Byakuya walked out without a second glance, and I hurried after him on our way to the dorms. Wow. Okay, so which rooms is Kyoko's? It's the one right here. I guess I have to talk to Byakuya first. Well then, here we go. Byakuya took out the key and slid it into the keyhole, and then click. And it's open. Looks like it. Thanks. Well, at least he didn't make me beg or anything for it. Okay, let's check out Kyoko's room. I see something on the table. So this is Kyoko's room. What's this? A 6? There's something on the table. It's a wood block decoration.
What?
What's that? What purpose does it serve? I think it's probably a key. The lockers at those really traditional public bathhouses use them for their lockers. Okay. I wouldn't know. I've never gone to a public bathhouse. It doesn't really surprise me. It's hard to picture Byakuya doing something like that. Yeah, I see what you mean.
It's certainly
But
possible.
if it is a key, I think I might know what it unlocks. Really? What?
Hmm.
Unless I'm mistaken. I'm pretty sure I saw something in the dojo that this might go to. The dojo? Yeah, I was about to say, it looks to fit the style of the dojo. Is there anything else in here of interest? Probably not. Here's our bed. I don't see anything interesting here, at least not as far as the case is concerned. Yeah, I think I can say that we're safe to leave. Hey, I think it'd be wise to look around a bit more. Oh, or not. Okay. Here's the bathroom. She might have certain articles hanging out to dry. I'd better not look inside. So... what? Is there something I'm just not seeing it? I guess let's talk to Byakuya.
What?
You wanted to come here, right? So what is it you're looking for? Something in particular, I just thought we might find some kind of clue here. Clue that might help us understand Kyoko.
Come on.
You can't be serious. That's why you made me take time out of my search to come here? Sorry. Regardless, if you plan on poking around at random, you're doomed, no matter how much time you take. Surely you have something more concrete, something to give us some sort of direction here. More concrete. Oh, I know. Earlier, Kyoko gave me something. Yeah, that note. Yeah, we've seen this.
It's true.
Consider it a symbol of my determination. Don't open it yet. Only open it if something ever happens to me. I'm sure I have it here somewhere. Found it. It's in the envelope. Kyoko gave it to me. She said if something ever happened, I should open it up. Well,
Interesting.
something certainly has happened, so open it. Oh, okay. Opened the envelope and looked inside. Inside was a single piece of paper. Under the sheet. Ah, that's why we couldn't use yet.
What?
That's all there was in there? Yeah, it looks like it. Under the sheets. What could it be? I mean, there's only one thing with sheets in here, but could something be hidden under the bed sheets? Part of me didn't expect to find anything, but as I lifted up the sheets... What's this? I found a crumpled up piece of paper. Oh, it's Mikuro Ikasaba's student registry page. Class number 76 student registry. Mikuro Ikasaba. Oh.
I
It
see.
appears to be Mikuro Ikasaba's profile. Yeah, it looks like it. That's probably the other thing Kyoko stole when she snuck into the headmaster's room along with the key. God, you're so annoying. Fine, I'll tell you. It was a key, and that's it. And this must be the blank that Monokuma was talking about. Kyoko said a death without meaning was unappealing, and this is what she left behind. I don't have time for your sentimental indulgences. Hurry up and finish your search. Okay. I made an effort to pull myself together, then looked down at the profile sheet. Let's see what it says. Name, Mikuro Ikasaba. Sex, female. The ultimate soldier. Oh. Although small for her age, she was a military specialist trained in every weapon type imaginable. She showed an interest in the military from childhood and soon found herself completely absorbed in it. Interesting. In elementary school, she won a survival game tournament and began writing for military magazines. Just before entering middle school, while she and her family were on vacation in Europe, she disappeared. The story of a young Japanese girl being kidnapped quickly took over Japanese media outlets. An intense international investigation turned up no information and she was never found. However, she reappeared in Japan 3 years later, alone and completely unannounced. She revealed that she had joined a mercenary group known as Fenrir for those 3 years. Oh, that's what the wolf tattoo on her hand is. Because Fenrir is a wolf. If you didn't know that. She insisted that she hadn't been kidnapped, that she received battle training of her own volition. However, she never revealed why she decided to return home when she did. Interesting. Mukuro's profile has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. I want to see the file that this came from, though. The Ultimate Soldier, a mercenary group. This doesn't feel real. The world I grew up in is like a completely different dimension. It's like one's non-fiction and the other is sci-fi. There's no way to even compare the two. That's how different this is. That was how I saw things just as an ordinary person, but then
I see.
I never imagined I would hear the name Fenrir in a place like this. Do you recognize it?
Naturally.
The Fenrir Mercenary Court is a collection of battle-crazed warmongers. Seems a little harsh, but they do have their uses, and they always get the job done. That's something worth remembering. This is all part of a world totally removed from the one I live in. I have to say, I'm intrigued. Every rumor I've heard says that Fenrir has already...
Found it!
Whoa, dude! I feel like our hero is becoming a big player, and a big player is becoming our hero. Huh? What? No, it's you.
What?
What do you got in your pretty little hand there? Nothing.
What?
Uh-oh, you found her profile? So what if we did?
Hey!
Don't freak out on
come
me.
on
I'm not
now.
gonna hold it against you or anything. It seemed like you were about to. And in case you're wondering, I don't hold it against Kyoko either, even though she stole it and hid it. After all, there's no rule against stealing, is there? I suppose not. But who I can't forgive is Miss Ogami, who broke the rules and busted the headmaster's room. Maybe I'll drag her corpse out here and slice it up and devour it. Bears are omnivores, you know. Yeah, but, well, I guess they're scavengers too, so I guess, yeah, that works.
What?
Our rule violation is really so unforgivable. You're quite adamant about those regulations of yours. Of course I am. A proper school life is built on the dedication to organization and order. Which is why even I, as the school headmaster, have to follow the regulations myself. Oh, so you're saying you have to follow your own rules as well? Yes.
Of course!
Absolutely. I can't have you complaining about how unfair it all is, now can I? In fact, on the subject of fairness, would you like to know something interesting? Is this an unrelated story? Interesting? It's about the one writing all the rules. They're actually one of the participants in this killing game. Oh, what? I don't think I ever actually told you how many participants there were, did I? I was thinking I should probably clarify that.
Hey,
When you all first got together in the main hallway back when, there were 15 people there, right? I think that first meeting may have led to a little misunderstanding among you all. Misunderstanding, are you saying?
in other
That's
words...
right. There weren't actually 15 of you.
Yes,
The total number of
indeed.
students taking part in this killing game was actually 16. 16, then.
Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th
How many
student,
times are we gonna
lying
see
hidden
this cutscene?
somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
16th student Mukuro Ikusaba. She's part of the school life. So the one making all the regulations is Byakuya. Seems upset.
Why?
Why? Did you say something? Why are you telling us this? Oh, well, because... Like I told you, this killing game is desperately popular. You wouldn't believe the ratings. And since we got so many viewers now, I wanted to make sure everyone was on the same page. I don't want to wake up to a hurricane of complaints and hate mail, you know.
Yes,
Makes
indeed.
sense.
Well,
Okay,
now.
that's all you get for now. Oh, actually, I do have some revenge to get, so I have an extra bonus for you. Revenge? I want to get back at that sneaky Miss Kirigiri, so I'm gonna share a little secret with ya. Seriously?
Hey,
You know how she wears those stupid gloves day in, day out all the time? Actually, yeah, I have noticed that. Well, don't tell anyone I told you, but... She wears them to cover up a bunch of hideous scars that she doesn't want anyone to see. Ooh, that part's highlighted. What? Okay, now that's all you get. Okay, bye, Monokuma. Monokuma's account has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. Kyoko wears those gloves to cover up a bunch of scars. Wait, so on the back of her hand... The tattoo? Huh? Wait, but no. Monokuma specifically said they were scars, right? Yeah, and tattoos aren't scars. And that's why Kyoko wears those gloves to hide the scars, which means those fake nails on the corpse. Are you thinking about Kyoko again? Huh?
What?
Forget about her. What matters right now is uncovering Monokuma's trap. His trap?
Such
God
ignorance.
must have really hated you to make you so dull. Oh my god! Wow. Don't you remember what Monokuma just told us? He said there were 16 students here, right? Between Mukuro was a student here.
That's right.
Obviously, Monokuma was trying to tell us that Mukuro is the one creating the rules to the game. But why would he tell us that, and why now? He said he wanted to make things clear so there wouldn't be any complaints later. But the mere fact that he said that proves that Mukuro is connected to this case. That's why Monokuma revealed the existence of a 16th student. He needs to make our investigation fair. Yeah, that makes sense. Mukuro is related to the case. Really, Makoto?
It's
Perhaps
certainly
she's
possible.
the one who killed Kyoko. Perhaps. But if that is the case, how would the execution work because she's not present? Like, at least we haven't seen her yet. What? That would explain why we have to have a class trial, wouldn't it? He makes a very good point. If she's a student, and she killed someone, that would make her part of the school killing game. Mukuro's the killer? She killed Kyoko. Anyone should be able to come to that conclusion, don't you think? In fact, that's exactly what I thought when the investigation first began. But you've been wrong before, so I don't trust your intuition.
What?
But based on what Monokuma just told us, I've changed my mind.
It's all
Mukuro
clear now.
Ikusaba isn't the culprit. Wait, what? Wait, that's the total opposite of what you just said. Huh? What makes you say that? We thought Mukuro, the ultimate despair, was the mastermind's true identity. But if that's true, Monokuma's behavior makes no sense. Why would the mastermind go out of their way to reveal themselves to us? Okay. That's a good point.
So, in
Mukuro
other
giving us
words,
information that would raise questions about her would be bold, to say the least. It makes more sense then to assume that Mukuro isn't the culprit. So that's the trap. They want us to suspect Mukuro and come to the wrong conclusion. That's what makes sense to me. The way you say it, it definitely does seem possible, but if that's really true, Mukuro isn't the killer, then who is? Well then, I believe our work here is finished. Let's move on. I'm sure there are other places in need of investigation. I should find out if that key and the dojo really are connected.
let's
Well,
go.
are you coming? I really like this music, by the way. Anyway, let's investigate the locker. Locker number 6. There are wooden lockers here. They use wood block keys, just like at the super traditional public bathhouses. It looks like the key we found in Kyoko's room really does go to one of these lockers. How did she find all this stuff?
I see.
Makoto, do you see the locker farthest to the right? The one with the 6 on it?
Very strange.
That's the only one that doesn't have a key in it at the moment. True, it also has a 6 on it, just like the key we have too. You understand what that means, right? I should probably use the key we found on that locker, right?
That's
Well,
right.
just try it. Okay. Jeez, calm down. Took out the woodblock key and inserted it into the locker's metal lock and it opened. The locker eagerly accepted the key and it opened. What's in it? There are arrows in here. It looks like 10 arrows in total. They look like they're made of titanium, which means they're quite strong, despite how thin they are. Titanium arrows. Titanium arrows actually fly properly, though? Of course, without a bow, they're nothing but strong little sticks. Strong sticks. Titanium arrows have been added to the troop bullet section of your handbook. Oh, there's something else inside the locker. What's at the bottom? It's a wadded up ball of duct tape. I wonder what this was used for. Is that a blood stain?
I see.
If it is, that means it must surely be related to the case. This duct tape is related to the case somehow, but how could it possibly be involved? Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. I think that's all the locker has to offer for now. For now? As if the locker can change the contents of itself at will. What do you mean for now? Is something wrong?
Very
It's
strange.
very odd, don't you think? The locker was hiding items that were clearly related to the case. And how did the key to the locker wind up in the victim's room?
Why?
Or perhaps what? Byakuya? Forget it. Come on, we need to continue on to the next location. Huh? What next location?
What?
Still something we need to look into. We need to do more research on Fenrir. Fenrir, you mean the mercenary group that Mukuro is a part of? But how are we supposed to find out about that? Isn't it obvious? Where in the school would you go to do research on something? The library, exactly. Research. We're talking about the archive? Yeah, the archive in particular, but yes, the library, yeah. That's right, the archive has all kinds of info that the general public doesn't have access to. And Byakuya read through it a bunch of times, so he probably knows for sure that it's in there.
Let's go.
We have so much time before the trial begins. Let's hurry. Okay, let's see if we can find what we need. I believe there was a file related to Fenrir somewhere over here. Byakuya seemed to know the archive like the back of his hand and went straight to a shelf in the back. I'm not surprised. He spent all his time in here. He better know. Ah, here we go. He quickly returned with the file in hand. Okay.
I see.
Take a look at this. I have no idea what it says. What language is this? How did you make it all the way to high school without learning a single word of French? I mean, when it came to foreign language, I took Spanish. Not that I can speak any of it. I'm pretty sure most high schoolers can't speak French. Maybe. Well, whatever. I'll read it for you, but I expect you to repay your debt 100 times over. For translating a document? What? 100 times? Isn't that kind of extreme? Well, Byakuya is an extreme person. Fenrir is an elite fighting unit based out of the Middle East. Unlike military contractors, they are a fierce group of soldiers who engage in direct combat. They claim that a single member is equivalent to an entire company of regular soldiers. Wow. Just like Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok, their mere presence is enough to strike fear into any enemy. They've been involved in countless military battles and operations, most of which are highly classified. However, some time ago, they completely ceased all activity. At present, their continued existence cannot be confirmed. There are unconfirmed reports that the key members of the group were all neutralized. Ooh, wow. Rumors indicate that they were killed to keep them from revealing the many state secrets they had acquired. Some, however, believe that there was mounting internal tension within the group, and that they simply imploded. Kind of like how we have.
What?
What is it? This just sounds like some kind of alternate reality. This is our reality, Makoto. Stop denying it. Well, it isn't. This is our reality. The only reality. These people are part of our world. Exactly. Their battlefields are much different from our lives here. An unpredictable, unimaginable world. That's what makes it all so exciting. Exciting definitely isn't the word I would use. So, did anything jump out at you? This may be your last opportunity to learn about Fenrir. Now that you mention it. Where it said something about where the name Fenrir comes from, right? That's right. It said Fenrir is the Wolf of Ragnarok. Speaking of which, would you like to know something interesting related to that? To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body. Ah. What? They got a tattoo of Fenrir? What does that mean? Mikuro Ikasawa's profile has been updated. Oop, and there goes the bell. It's time. I hope we have everything we need, because if not, well, we're all dead.
Time is utterly silent, and yet it constantly assaults us, organisms, the earth, natural phenomena.
Well, true.
It damages us little by little until the end. You should really think about that. Anyway, it's time to begin the class trial. So, please meet up in the usual spot. See you later.
See you, Monokuma. Then, the time has come. All we can do now is try and uncover the truth during the class trial.
That's right.
Seemed that way. Let's go. Okay, and I'm going to leave this episode here, and we will do the class trial in the next one. I'm excited to see where this is headed. Wow. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this episode, give this video a like. Also, be sure to like my Facebook page and follow me on Twitter, as well as support my Patreon. All 3 links will be in the description below. And subscribe for more. And if you are subscribed or a new subscriber right now, be sure to hit that bell icon to get notified when I upload videos. This is Viola Rules, signing off. Talk to you later.